Here's the Charlie Coyle cross-check to the head of Tyler Bertuzzi. Here's the build-up to the play. Bertuzzi has just beaten Coyle in a board battle and is taking the puck to the net. Coyle's following him. He gives him one cross-check to the back there, a second cross-check push to the side there, and then a little shot here with his glove. And then finally Bertuzzi pushes back once and then turns around. And now Coyle gives him one shot, two shots to the upper back, and then he was about to give him a third, but Bertuzzi turns around so it hits him in the head. And Coyle's like, "What are you talking about? You can't just go down like that." Here's an overhead view, and I hope this shows the actual violence behind some of those cross-check pushes that are just standard issue in a net front battle in the NHL. People are going to say, well, that's just what it takes to be in front of the net. You expect to get cross-checked if you go to the net. Why? Why aren't we asking these players to defend? Look at the violence of these shots to the upper back. Boom, boom, boom. And he's about to give him a third one, but Bertuzzi turns around and he takes it right in the chops. I don't understand how this is good defense. 1, 2, and then he's mystified when he's going to come at him, so he puts his stick up and drives it through his face. That's unacceptable, and it's easily avoidable. I'm glad the NHL fined Charlie Coyle. I really am, because usually they cop out and say this is just two players exchanging cross-checks, so they're engaged in a battle. But it isn't. It's one guy doing hockey and another guy beating on him until finally he's had enough and turns around and tries to even push it. He doesn't even turn around and attack him. He just turns around to push him off, and he's the one who gets drilled in the face. And don't tell me that he was just trying to hit him in the chest or the shoulder and it got driven up by Bertuzzi's own hands. I know people are going to say that. Bertuzzi basically lifted the stick up into his own face. Why is he cross-checking him in the upper chest or the shoulder? It's the same thing as trying to get him in the neck, because that's where the stick is going to end up. How many times is the stick going to ride up from being struck on the shoulder before we realize that maybe that's an inherent risk when you hit the shoulder? It's going to ride up into the head. It's not just a fluke accident anymore. It happens almost every time someone tries to hit him in the shoulder. So stop doing it. If you hit a person in the face because you were trying to hit them in the shoulder and the stick rode up, that's on you, not the player who is trying to survive and defend themselves and in the process lifts the stick up to their face. Bottom line is, don't raise your stick up in two hands at head height, and you won't have a problem. This is a play that has nothing to do with hockey, putting it in my 6 to 10 game suspension category. Because of the build-up to the eventual cross-check to the face with continuous repeated other cross-check blows showing no regard for the safety of his opponent, and then the violence of the cross-check to the face that came after, Tough Call would suspend Charlie Coyle of the Boston Bruins 8 games for cross-checking.